I never planned to make this video, but one day I just happened to have an idea for a potential move for the dummy, and then another, and now here we are. For the record, this isn't going to become a thing on my channel, which is why this wound up in the Reject Videos playlist. Alright, let's get on to my ideas for the Mad Dummy. For his neutral attack, the dummy would use a 3-part jab, swinging his head to the left, then to the right, then smacking the foe away. His side tilt would send his middle segment forwards while spinning, launching foes on contact. But if you click the button again, it'll send the segment behind him instead of going back to the middle of the body where it can also attack people. I just thought that would be a neat addition. For his up tilt, he'll spin his head and launch opponents upwards, and for his down tilt, he'll roll his base thingy forwards. But if he happens to be on a ledge, the base will actually roll off the ledge and could potentially hit someone below him. And finally, his dash attack would have him spin his body segments while moving forwards, dealing multi-hitting damage before launching. For his side smash, he would rear his head back and then fling it forward, launching opponents crazy far. However, it will have slight lag to it as he moves his head all over the place. During his up smash, he'll bring his head back again, but this time he flings it over his torso, hitting people above him. And finally, for his down smash, he'll simply jump up and slam the floor. This moves fast and doesn't deal too much damage, but if you use this on someone who's hanging on a ledge, it'll actually meteor them downwards. And to finish off the ground moves, apart from the grabs, when he gets up, he'll spin his head and base before righting himself, and for his ledge attack, he'll stab the ground with his knife and pull himself up. Yeah, I actually made these moves. Don't judge me. For his neutral air, he'll spin his body parts in this crazy cycle, launching foes on contact. His forward air would have him pull his head back and swing it forward, slamming opponents so hard it can meteor them. Of course, this move would have some slight lag. His up air will have him swing his base up and over him, so it actually hits most of the way through the move. For his back air, he'll jab his torso up behind him, providing great launch. And his down air will simply see him jab downwards, also with meteor potential. For his grab, those cute little dummies who do all the work will show up and hold the opponent while the Mad Dummy jabs the opponent. Yeah. Let's get on to the throws. For the forward throw, he'll simply kick the foe away. For the up, the dummies will vault the opponent upwards. For the back, they'll chuck him over the Mad Dummy. And for down, he'll stomp the foe and launch them away. And now for the special moves. For his neutral special, the dummy will fire a magic orb that will home in on foes. This move cannot be charged. After firing, the orb will target a foe, but once it's within a certain range, it'll continue on in a straight line. Also, it would deal a small amount of damage and wouldn't launch. For his side special, he'll fire a magic missile that won't home in on foes unless it's charged, in which case it goes faster and is more powerful. Like the orb, once it's close enough to an opponent, it'll stop targeting and move in a straight line. Both of these moves reference the Mad Dummy's fight, where the little dummies shoot both of these projectiles at the player. For his up special, the dummy will spin his body parts and shoot in whatever direction the player points, damaging along the way. And for his down special, the dummy employs his deadliest weapon, his knife, in a deadly counterattack. Should an opponent attack while he's using this move, the Mad Dummy will lash out, dealing lots of damage and knockback. So he's joining the Counter Club. I wonder if this classifies him as an anime swordsman. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the final smash. For this move, the Mad Dummy channels his inner rage and charges forward, knocking opponents into the garbage dump, where hordes of dummies barrage them with magic orbs and missiles before the Mad Dummy charges in like the lunatic he is and slices through the opponent with his knife, knocking them away. Come to think of it, there's one thing that I did neglect to mention up until this point. While making this, I considered different mechanics to make the Mad Dummy interesting, but none of them really sat well with me. Genocide tie-in? In the Genocide route, he becomes the Glad Dummy, and there's nothing you can really do with that. Mad Mew Mew? That might have worked, but I didn't really like the idea. Eventually, I had the idea to simply have him get more frenzied as the fight goes on. He gets faster and more powerful. However, he has more lag to his moves, and on top of that, he'll actually take a little bit more damage as the fight goes on. This references how in his fight, he goes from totally still to this. It also slightly references how more projectiles appear as the fight goes on, so you have more opportunities to hurt him. And now for everything else I missed. Here's some alts I came up with for him. His usual yellowish orange, a paler color referencing how he looks in the overworld, a red alt for when he becomes angry, a gray and yellow alt referencing Mettaton since Mettaton is supposedly also a ghost, and a black, pink, and purple alt referencing Mettaton EX. The pink references Mad Mew Mew, the 7th is actually the Glad Dummy alt, but only while he's holding still. And the 8th is white to reference how he looks in battle, but it could also reference Nastabook, it's whatever you prefer. For his stage entrance, the dummy will be on stage, totally corporeal, but then he'll turn red and split apart like he does when you first encounter him. For his side taunt, he'll do what I call the dummy dance back and forth while shouting, "Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic!" For his up, he'll rear his head back and laugh maniacally, and for his down, the dummies will show up and to cheer him on. For his idle taunts, he'll do a small dummy dance back and forth, or pull out his knife and snicker to himself. For his victory animations, he'll do the dummy dance while shouting, "Failures, failures, failures!" He'll become corporeal and become the glad dummy, or he'll go into the dummy frenzy. And finally, for his clapping animation, he'll... you know what, let's just call it good. And that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And let me know what your thoughts on the moveset was. And I'll be sure to see you guys in the next video.